So here's an entertaining one about a husband who definitely, in my opinion, gets the Bonehead of the Year award after he discovers multiple forms of evidence that his wife's cheating on him. In fact, one piece of evidence that none of you guys will forget anytime soon. And yet still, between his weakness and being clueless and her obviously dark magic she's putting upon him, he stays with her. And let me tell you, I thought it'd be a very good one to go over. Even though you guys don't like stories with guys like this, as a warning how not to act, but also just the evidence he finds takes us to a whole new level. And the story here is obviously about him and how he handles her, but also the comment section tearing him apart, which they certainly should, which you will find very entertaining. Titled, Am I the a-hole for choosing to sleep in a different bed after my wife finally told the truth about her affair? And you can only imagine, and you'll see, the trickle truthing this guy gets. It says, 3 months ago, I found a nude image of a man on my wife's personal computer. I figured out it was someone she's been helping with assignments for 2 years during the pandemic. Helping, huh? All right, then and there, that's all you need. Any normal guy with self-respect would have been done. He moved back overseas, and they stopped talking about 2 years earlier. I confronted her a month later with minimal evidence. Smack! You waited a whole month to confront her? Minimal evidence? You got the nude picture. I'm sure there's other forms of evidence. She said they had some sexy chats, but nothing else happened. This was all in 2021. And you believe her? 1 month ago, I found a silicone copy of his package in a drawer. She had a mold made of his you-know-what. And she's keeping it. I think that's enough evidence to divorce her. I confronted her again, and she said it was his, and she was really sorry. Really sorry. I can feel her pain. I can feel her deep sorrow over this issue. I was so upset, I almost left. Smack! What do you mean, almost? Why aren't you talking to a lawyer? You got a rubber mold of his dick. I mean, what does she have to do? Shove it up your butt for you to wake up to reality here? I didn't want to stay in the house with her. She then convinced me to stay in the bed, and the next morning we had sex very reluctantly. Smack! Well, she knows how to easily seduce you. I arranged counseling for myself and the marriage. Why? Why do you need counseling to fix it's broken? She has a rubber mold of his you-know-what in her drawer, which you grabbed, which is even takes it to a whole new level of gross. The marriage counseling is taking forever. I've been stewing over calling the other guy's wife. They live on the other side of the planet now. I did more detective work and found 3 occasions where she could have met up with him outside of him visiting our hometown. I asked about these dates, and she said she offered to come to one, but she declined. They kissed while I minded the kids, and he was away for the 3rd on holiday. Number 1, yes, you should tell this guy's wife. And also, she's lying. Notice more and more evidence is coming out. After this, he moved back to his home country with his wife and kids and broke off contact with my wife. She sent him messages for the rest of the year. Okay, I get you have kids, but you can't be in a marriage like this. She is cheating on you regularly and lying to you, keeping a mold of his package to remind her of him. Okay, how much do you need? And guess what? Your kids will be okay in the end. And yeah, it's not ideal to get divorced and break up a family, but she's broken the family, not you. This was 3 weeks ago. Because marriage counseling is taking for ages to organize, I brought up yesterday whether I should just text the other wife to get the pain over with. She said she wanted to wait so all the details could be reviewed with a marriage counselor present. He's actually consulting her, his cheating wife, on whether he should contact the wife of the guy cheating with her. Really? Smack! What kind of jackass? So you don't need to consult her. I asked what these were. She's been reading a lot and said that she had to be truthful. The 3rd occasion when he was meant to be away, they met up and had sex, but only once. She says she used protection, but I know that she hates condoms and so seems unlikely. I don't know the specifics of the sex. So I went from nothing to all of a sudden, okay, yeah, we had sex. Do you need any more, my friend, aside from that mold of the guy's package? I said I was sleeping downstairs. How about she sleeps downstairs, dude? How about she moves out? She said it was my choice, but because she was honest this time, she felt I should stay. She was honest this time. Oh, okay, because, all the other times she's lying, but now she's finally being honest. Guess what? There's way more going on. She desperately doesn't want to lose me and feels open disclosure should make me want to stay more. Dude, really? She's Jedi mind tricking you, except she's not a Jedi. I don't want to get trapped in the SEX again. I'm getting triggered by looking at her and having all sorts of intruding visions. Dude, is this the only hoo-ha you ever got in your life? I cried so much on the way to work that I nearly crashed the car. Smack! That's okay that you're upset, fine, but don't do this so you could crash the car and kill yourself. Are you out of your mind? I vomited on the side of the road. I saw my GP and have drugs for anxiety and sleep. I feel much calmer today. But tonight, I again refuse to sleep in the same bed with her. I think any further truth-telling has been ruined. I do really appreciate her telling me the truth about this. Bro, she's been trickle-truthing you. You are getting a probably 1/16th of the truth from her. We have kids, all DNA tested in mine, and I have STD checks and all clear. Reconciliation is not off the table, but it's balancing in the edge. Bro, end it with her. For God's sake, she's making a total fool of you. For God's sakes. Bro, talk to a lawyer, find out your options, take the hit, and move on. And then work on yourself that you're not so blind and easily manipulated by women here. I mean, her actions have shown you so much disrespect. She's just, the fact that you're sticking around after all this makes her lose more respect for you. And she's going to cheat on you again, guarantee. And I'm sure she's been cheating on you your whole relationship, because you've probably been like this your whole relationship. Now some comments, because these are the funny ones. One guy says, bro, if someone had a silicone model of another guy's package, I would be out. Don't do this to yourself, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Another guy, not the a-hole, but, so it went from 1, we were just sending sexy text, to 2, you finding a molded replica dildo of his package, to 3, you figuring out they could have met in person, to 4, they met in person twice and they only kissed once, to 5, turns out she lied again and they had SCX. Are you willing to overlook all that just because she's a serial liar and it's quite obvious she felt rather comfortable lying to you, which would call into question what else she's been lying about in your relationship? I guarantee their entire relationship she's been lying, cheating, manipulating, all that. Just because it happened to her in 2021 doesn't change the fact it's happening to you in 2024. She had 3 years to tell you. You need to ask yourself, would she have told you if you didn't find myself? The answer seems pretty clear. Another one. This guy says, you found a silicone mold of someone else's package in her drawer, and that made you almost leave? What you gotta do, jam it up your ass? That's what I was thinking too. Fucking hell, man. She's been emotionally cheating for ages and physically let another man F her, probably repeatedly. Don't believe the one-time BS. And when did she ask it for the mold? She's not vulnerable by telling you the truth. You caught her out. Get your damn head in the game, lawyer up, save everything, screenshots, pictures of said mold, record the chat you have, and serve papers. Are you a man or a doormat? Well, we know the answer to that one. Another one. You're the a-hole. The fact that you found a replica of another man's penis that she has a dildo of and you didn't divorce her is crazy. She is obviously lying and downplaying everything, so whatever she has finally admitted to it was worse. You now know you can't trust this person, so you know how many other affairs she's had, and you can never trust her in the future because she's a good enough liar to hide it for years until getting caught. Please don't let it match because the house will blow up with how much gaslighting she's done to you. That's a good line. Also, do the right thing and find a way to reach out to the guy's wife and tell her that she has cheated and she has a right to know as well. The fact that he was discussing with his wife about, reaching out to the wife of the guy that was banging her. I mean, my God, who is this guy? Joe Biden? He has to ask his wife permission for everything? Doesn't know what's going on here? I know. People are going to give me shit for, God forbid, mentioning the president. But I think it's kind of warranted at this point. Got to throw some political digs here and there. Last one. Wow, not the a-hole. But you are to yourself. This woman has lied, misled, and manipulated you from the beginning. She's dangled carrots and her affair partner's clone, a Willie, in front of you, and each time giving you a kernel of truth. How do you expect to be able to trust her again? Each conversation will have kernels of doubt as to whether the truth has been given fully. Remember that it's better to be divorced and happy than living together and resenting your life. So there you go, guys. Every so often I got to cover one of these guys. It's just baffling how they have so much evidence and still stick around, ask what to do and all that. But the thing is, this guy is just so worn down and weak, and you got a whole world full of them. And guess what? Women don't respect weak men. They will marry them to take advantage of them, their resources and all that, and they'll go off and cheat with guys they really like and respect. Right here. Talk to a lawyer, find out your options, good, bad, or ugly, and end it with her. Otherwise, you can expect this is going to be your marriage going forward. Period.